I think by now we're all aware of the CARES Act, a $2.2 trillion stimulus package that includes the economic impact payment, which affords almost every American with a payment of up to $1,200 depending on a variety of circumstances. Now, Erik York from the Nonprofit Tax Foundation says, quote, "The vast majority of people won't have to do anything to get the recovery rebate because the IRS already has their information on file and will automatically send payments to these individuals." But if you've been scrolling through your Facebook comments recently or even reading YouTube comments, you realize that it sure seems like the vast majority of people are having all kinds of challenges receiving their stimulus check. Now, let us know down below in the comments if you've already received your check. If you're having challenges with the payment status, check out this video, Why My Payment Status is Unavailable. Now, the IRS has made available its plans on how the payments are being released, which states some people will have to wait towards the end of this year before receiving anything. And that's crazy, so make sure it won't be you by watching and staying up to date with the videos we'll be releasing on this topic. So let's break down real fast how these payment waves are actually going to work according to the IRS. Now, the IRS sent the first wave of payments in the week starting of April 13th. They've stated that this first wave encompasses about 60 million payments. The tax authority will transmit the payments via direct deposit using the banking information it has on file for taxpayers' 2018 or 2019 tax returns. The first wave includes Social Security recipients who filed tax returns and included direct deposit information on their returns. Now, the second wave, according to their timetable, will take place within 10 days of the first wave. So by April 23rd, that should be set off. This wave will go to Social Security recipients who did not file 2018 or 2019 returns and receive their benefits through direct deposit. Now, the estimates are that nearly 99% of Social Security beneficiaries who do not file a return receive their Social Security benefits through direct deposit. So it will still be a large wave, but comment down below if you happen to be in this group and you already have received your payment. Now, the third wave will take place in early May during the week of May 4th. The IRS will start mailing paper checks to households at a rate of 5 million per week. Now, the paper checks will first go to the households with the lowest adjusted gross incomes and continue upwards from there. So it could take up to 20 weeks to mail out all those checks according to the House Committee on Ways and Means, and possibly even longer if there happen to be any filing errors. So be sure to check out our other videos. Here's an updated IRS schedule for the paper mailing checks. Now, this could change at any moment, but this is what has been released so far. As I already mentioned, those people with the lowest adjusted gross income will be served checks first. Now, if you happen to receive your check before your estimated date, let us know down below in the comments so we can track its progress within the community. So they're estimating that people with an AGI of 10,000 will receive their checks by the end of April 24th. Then people making 70,000 to 80,000 can expect it by the week ending June 12th, and so on as it goes. But remember, these can always change, guys. So you're going to want to check back frequently on the channel to see if we give any updates on these changes. So if you want to receive this faster, be sure to update your direct deposit info on the Get My Payment Plan tool that's out there by noon on April 22nd. Now, guys, that's by noon on April 22nd. That way they don't send you out a check beforehand. And I'll talk about that tool and do a quick walkthrough for you in a second. Now, the committee estimates that there are between 150 to 170 million taxpayers. So there are between 90 to 110 million taxpayers who are either filers or non-filers about whom the IRS wants information. Now, the filers will need to receive a paper check unless their direct deposit information can be updated in the IRS portal. Now, the non-filers may need to file the simple tax return and likely include direct deposit information if they want to receive the rebates even quicker. Now, if you didn't provide your direct deposit information with your taxes, but don't want to wait several weeks or months for your stimulus payment, don't freak out yet, there's still a way. The IRS has released a free online tool called Get My Payment that allows people to provide their direct deposit information so they don't have to wait possibly for 20 weeks or more for their check to arrive in the mail. Get My Payment also lets you track the status of your payment and see what type of payment you'll receive. Now, the application works on a computer, tablet, or phone in order to track your payment. You'll need to provide your name, mailing address, and social security number. The IRS says that the app's data is updated once a day overnight. And I'll show you real quick how to set this up. All right, I'm gonna walk you guys through how to set this up with the Get My Payment tool. I'll do it live, so we'll see what happens. So you're gonna go in here to Google, just type in Get My Payment, IRS, or you can click the link down below. Make sure it's the .gov site though. You don't wanna fall for some scammer site.
So I'll come in here, I'll click on this link here. I see that it is irs.gov, so I'm safe. Now, this is going to work for your payment status, your payment type, and then whether they need more information from you. So if you haven't checked this, you might want to go check this because you might not know it, but they might not have information for you, and you're going to be sitting waiting for your check all the way until, the end of May or until August. So we're going to come in here. The first things that you're going to need before you get started is your 2019 return if filed and your 2018 return, okay? And as it says right here, data is updated once per day overnight. So once you submit all this stuff, it might take a little bit for all this to get entered in there if you don't see anything come back. All right, so and it tells you a few of the reasons here why you might not be getting, why it might be saying status not available. And I have a video linked up right here for you to look at the top 11 reasons why status not available might be coming back. So make sure to check out that video, guys. All right, so we're going to click on Get My Payment. All right, this is U.S. government system, is for authorized use only. I've heard of landlords using this to check on their tenants to see if their payments have arrived so they can collect on that money. Make sure that you guys are just entering this for yourself. It's a federal crime. It's criminal to go in and use this otherwise. So be careful with this, guys. All right. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to have to blur this out, obviously, for you guys, but you're going to enter your social security number. Okay, your date of birth, your current street address. All right, and then your zip code. All right, once you input all that information, this screen is going to pop up. It's going to ask for more information, all right? And so this is where you're going to need to know your AGI or adjusted gross income. It's going to ask you information about your bank routing number, your bank account number, address, things like that. So make sure you have that on hand. So it's just going to ask here, it's going to tell you if you're eligible or you're not. If you're eligible, this will pop up. Then it's going to ask you to enter bank information. So you're going to go ahead and click that. Now, once you've clicked that, it's going to take you to this page, which is bank account information. And if you've chosen to have your payment direct deposited into your bank account, this is the information that they're going to need to be able to fill that out and send that to you via, the slow checks that are coming out. So like I said, it's going to ask you for the adjusted gross income here. You can find that on your 2019 or 2018 tax return, and they've got hyperlinks here so that you can click those and they'll take you onto those if you don't already know those. And then it will ask you, did you receive a refund or did you receive any money? So once you fill that out, you're going to continue down the screen. So then it's going to take you to the refund amount or amount you owed. And once again, you can hyperlink. It's got the question mark there, and it will help you break this down to figure that out with a little more specific instructions if you're confused. Now, this is the part that we all want to do, right? This is the direct deposit information. So on this part, what you're going to do is you're going to click, do you want it to go to your savings account or to a checking account? All right. Now, once you have that, you're going to input your routing number. You can find the routing number on your check. And then you're going to have to confirm that routing number, make sure it's going to the right place. Now, after that, if you keep going down, then it's going to ask you to input your bank account number and then confirm that bank account number. And once again, your account number can be found on your check, or you can call your local bank if you don't know that and ask them what those are if you don't have any checks on hand. After that, you're just going to hit the submit button, and that's going to take you to the end of this application. Once again, that information is updated. It says overnight, so it might not appear instantly in there, but on the next page, what it will tell you is if you have any errors, okay? I didn't submit this and go through this because I don't need to, but on the next page, it will tell you if there's any errors there that need to be corrected before they can actually submit your data to the payment tool. Now, guys, remember, you want to get this done ASAP before April 22nd, which is tomorrow, Wednesday. That way they have that information in there and they can get that back out to you.
All right, a word of caution out there for you guys. Be very careful and intentional when entering your information. You can't change your bank account info after the payment has been scheduled to be delivered. Now, the system is not perfect, but it is working to a degree, and it's continually being updated daily, so we just have to have a little patience with it. Now, if your payment status is coming back saying payment status not available, you'll want to check out some of our other videos on here of those top reasons. Now, we know how frustrating this process has been for some, so let us know how it's working out for you down below in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to see the updates we'll be releasing as all this continues to unfold. Money Growth Academy, stay safe out there.